So we're over here in Kettering, and a little impromptu video we're going to do on the Kettering roundabouts. On the driving test, they are big spiral roundabouts that are coming off the A14 junctions 7 through to 11. So we're going to drive more different angles. Now, if you're not at Kettering, it doesn't matter the principles of using your planning board, the paint, your intuition.
Yeah, because if you ever come across these on your own for the first time, I think it would be quite daunting. So
absolutely,
yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, but if you're learning to drive, you need to become a member and get access to a Learn to Drive course. Absolutely comprehensive videos, small fee each month, videos added all the time. Learn to Drive just using our videos. So we're going to drive it as two driving instructors and just talking through our experiences here, what to look out for. We've got two options to take. Why we're taking one option, not the other one, because you're going to have roundabouts coming with 2 lanes and exiting with 2 lanes. Yeah. And let's take it from there, shall we? Yeah. Let's go driving. This is Junction 8, and we're going to be driving back to the test centre, which is Junction 9, and it's going to be first exit left. Big roundabout this, so we can run this in. Opens up here, looking nice and early. We can run this in 3rd gear if the traffic allows, but it's not going to allow. And the thing is here, cars come round without indicators on the right quite often.
And because you're on the short side, you don't get that.
You don't get that short side. So early observation is really important. You can see down that long length. And down here we go. Big long slip road, so we can. Traffic allows, we can get a bit of a move on with this one. Now, the thing to look out for here, this really does bottleneck, and it's solid lines both sides. So if you cross over both of those lines, which is really easy to do,
because you're concentrating on that.
You'll fail. Now we're looking for a target vehicle here, which is the lorry. And the thing to notice here, actually is quite nice about this one, is a lot of the lorries will move over to the right because it tells us Junction 9's a mile. If you're going through Kettering out the other side to the docks or to Felixstowe, the lorries all move across. Now, what you've got to be really careful for here on test, which causes a bit of contention, is you can't be undertaking vehicles or passing on the left-hand side.
Not at this point, and I find that a lot of students get confused because we have the longer hazard lines.
Yeah, it's really badly marked, isn't it?
Road lines,
So really, I would have thought these shorter lines you'll see should have started from the mile. From the mile. Yeah. But we have to respond to road markings and we have to drive accordingly, and it means we cannot be undertaking. However, Junction 9, half a mile, watch out, that is not the junction, the 321. That is for the service station.
You're already in lane to leave.
Notice the short lines, the green reflectors. This is now technically a separate road. We are allowed to pass on the left-hand side, any vehicles on the right-hand side. Watch out for the slip road there. Cars come down very quickly on there. So be prepared to possibly move over, slow down, or whatever you have to do.
Yeah, because you have lorries moving out from there really slow, moving, and then they're also waiting to move out of this lane because they don't need it, so it can cause quite a...
So you've got plenty of time to get out and come back in. Now watch out again there for cars that do pull in late, so they should have been in a last minute. And we're going to go at the roundabout. We'll take the next left, which bypasses this roundabout and goes us back to the test centre. Noticing the 40 miles an hour. Very easy to come rushing in here and do that. So straight away, get rid of the indicator. It's done its job, and roll it around here. This is not a giveaway. It's 2 roads just merged side by side, probably about 20 miles an hour. 3rd gear is ideal for that. Run it down here, 2nd exit, follow the road. Now you can do this whole road in 3rd gear if the traffic allows, but you need to bring your speed down to about 20 miles an hour. Then just let gravity here, which is good. Then literally just off the pedals and let gravity in 3rd gear take you around accordingly. So the instruction would be at the roundabout, take the 5th exit right, or follow the signs A14 the Midlands, depending if you're doing the independent drive or not at this stage. Now again, we're coming in to see the long side. Now the good thing is, we know that anything over there will go past you, because if they want to go left, they've got that separate slip road that we just took. Now again, a classic one here, cars will come round without... So you've got to really make sure you know what those cars are doing, because they come swinging around into the hotel entrance, don't they?
And always reapply your signal, because it will think now you've done your right turn, and then
Now, because these roundabouts aren't round, they're oval, because they stretch over the A14, this signal will cancel at this stage. You need to get that signal back on. That's the third exit. And we're following it down here, and where preferable, you need to get a move on here. Where preference is, we want to take the left-hand lane, because that is a darn sight easier. Look at that planning board. It's telling us the left side is going to become its own lane. That's a rather tricky little slip road.
It is, yeah,
So,
it's very short.
On that side, we're signalling. This side, we're not signalling because this is its own lane. And we just make sure we're not undertaking vehicles when the roads come together and merge. Do not cross these solid lines whatever you do. And we're going to go quite a while. We're going to go for 2 junctions. Now we're heading down as far as we go this way at Kettering, down to junction 7. And you would either be told to we're going to go for quite a while. If you're following board signs at the moment, you'll be asked to follow the signs of the hospital. So again, we do need to be on that side, don't we? But we are being attention, keeping an eye on that.
Just waited a little bit longer because of the services.
And if you do stay there and you get yourself undertaken, you'll fail your driving test for road position and general driving. So we're going to be following the signs of the hospital. So if you follow the signs of the hospital, you'd first of all look at this sign down here, and it says leave at junction 7 for the hospital.
Yes.
Okay, where's junction 7? Well, this one's junction 8. You know you've got a little while to go.
You need to be very careful in situations like this.
Yeah.
So again, students get confused with those longer hazard lines, think, yippee.
You will fail your driving test if you pass these vehicles on the left. It's very clearly says in the highway code, and I think it's rule 160, that you keep in the left position where you can, you overtake to the right. So we're looking for the signs for the hospital, and it's very badly marked out. It will be the 5th exit right. Now it's interesting, this junction 7, because it's either the 3rd exit right or the 5th exit right.
Yeah. But the examiners with the 3rd exit right generally do give you.
They will give you extra information because it's not well marked out. Now again, we can't be passing on the left at the moment. However, when the lane markings change, the little short lines with the green reflectors, there's then a separate road after this sign. So be very careful. Cars are coming very late here, don't they?
Yeah, they nip across right.
Including vehicles that might come across. So now we are perfectly entitled, if we want to pass on left if we need to. We are taking the 5th exit right towards the hospital. Now this one lane will now split into 2 lanes, which will then split into 3 lanes. Now we know we're going 5th exit right, so if you know you're going 5th exit right, or the satellite shows you going right, all the way around to about the 5 o'clock position, we can stay in this lane at the moment.
And this is quite often I find students will go there thinking that's the lane that they need to take to come off.
Yeah, they come across, you don't need to.
Yeah.
So this is like 2 lanes that go like a dual carriageway around the roundabout, and that 5th exit right will be splitting off from here, as you can see now, and we're coming to the traffic lights, and we are taking 5th exit right. But those 2 lanes, which we'll do shortly, will be the 3rd exit right. You can take either of those lanes. But which ones shall we take? We'll discuss that later. Now we're running around here. So that's the 1st exit, that's the 2nd exit. A43 is the 3rd exit, so you will be taking for us to take the 3rd exit right. This is controlled by traffic lights, so really it's not too troublesome with regards to moving off.
As this lane splits into 2, I'd always suggest being on the left.
Always the near side lane, because that right side merges in, and also
the traffic builds up.
Also, it does, and also protects you if someone comes around in front of you.
Yeah.
You've got less risk on the left because there's less.
Quite a few times I've had cars in this middle lane try and come across.
Absolutely. So you've got to keep an eye on this on right. So what we're doing here, we're staying close to this line and peeling into where that pink car.
That's it. Yeah.
Is going in there. So there we are. So these 2 lanes are going to go around to the 5th exit, which you see over there.
Because if there's traffic building up at those next lights,
it backs up. It does,
lane,
So here we go. So it's either feeds the 4th or the 5th exit this side. And we come through. We're in the dominant lane here, and see that person's going to come across there, and we just take it through, and that's a classic example why you want to be on the near side. Now look at the markings there, that's telling that merges in to the right. Okay, so we're coming up to junction 7 from this way, and what we're doing is we're taking the first exit left onto the A14, and controlled by traffic lights. This lane is exclusively for turning left. Lights are on green. Still making sure we check because there's nothing physically. You will get marked down for observations if you don't look right there. Now, what do we notice about this sign? It's telling us it's not a slip road. Our lane is becoming the left lane as 2 lanes become 3 lanes. They put 3 lanes in here because of the weight of traffic. So all we do is just coming down here. Do not come down here with a signal because you're not coming out of this lane.
Or move into the middle.
So what we're going to do, we're going to come off here and we're going to take the 3rd exit right towards Northampton. Now, because we know it's the 3rd exit right, when we're coming off here, we can come into the correct lane for the roundabout it feeds. Now, if you don't know where you're going, keep to the near side, you can always come across. But because we know we're taking the 3rd exit right, we're not going to come in straight away. We're going to hold out here, making sure we've observed to the right, of course, and just peel it straight into here, and then we're going to be taking 3rd exit right. Now this is a standard right side to go right, left side to go left.
Do you often find though that cars go right in the left lane here?
They do, because it used to be marked like that. It used to be 3 lanes like it was at the other roundabout, and they changed it. I particularly find lorry drivers go on the left hand side.
Yes, yeah. And if you don't peel out in time here, you will just get past.
Yeah, we're 3rd exits. That's a 2nd. So keep across on that side, and we're coming straight across. And if you can't come across, just go round again.
Yeah.
Don't force yourself in. They're looking for safe options. We are looking for safe options. So what we'll do then, there we go, simple as that. Turning right. So that one's all about turning right here. So that roundabout is just all about good observations on your near side. Check the threat. Where's the risk coming? It's coming from the left-hand side.
I wasn't sure if that car was actually going to let me.
No, it was. And see, because it's straight, cars really go for it. You've got to be really careful. Thing is, don't dawdle on these big roundabouts, or you'll get risk from behind. Now this junction is a little bit awkward, and what you got here is a refuge in the middle. So effectively, you've got 2 junctions, across to the refuge, and then further on.
I've had a student fail here once for not observing to the left before moving on.
And I've had one who tried to go up in the right-hand lane thinking that's the right turn.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Okay, so there we go. Now you have to make quite a good decision here, and this is the could have versus should have debate.
Someone overtook my student here before.
Can you see me? Am I in the way? Or shall I lean forward?
No, you're fine. I'm looking out the back window.
So we're looking at could have and should have. We've got this car on the left here, haven't we? So you've got to be really careful. Now here's a could have. We're going to take this one off this car.
Yes.
Yeah. That's it. Now, what's your considerations about cars stacking up beside of you in that?
As long as it's not blocking your view on the left, then I think it's okay.
So would you tell a student to peel out and sit behind a car already waiting to go out?
If that car in the middle has got themselves in a good position, wherefore you could pull in next to them and not block their view, then I would, yeah. Have
you had any conversation with the examiners about that?
No. What would they say?
What would you do?
Yeah.
Now, we're coming into Kettering towards Junction 8 from Northampton. And the instruction is, at the roundabout, take the 2nd exit and follow the road ahead. Now, normally in that instruction, you'd say, oh, that's probably going to be the left-hand side. However, if board markings or paint, road markings or signs tell you differently, you follow it ahead. Now, look ahead beyond the traffic lights. Look where the follow-on ahead arrow is. It's in the right-hand lane. On this one, it's on both. So to follow the road ahead, we need to be on the right-hand side, taking the 2nd exit. Because that's for left only, and it's to keep the flow of traffic. Because look how much traffic is actually going left. If it's all in that side, it'd be absolute chaos. So that's why they've done it here. So we're running it in here, nice open roundabout, take across there. Now, as a consequence of that, be careful of cars on the left who haven't seen the road markings. And we come across at the earliest opportunity. And here we are. We're just going to run it into the second exit here.
Keep it on your right-hand side here.
Yeah, because cars will cut in late. And again, if you dawdle, you're doomed. You've got to get a move on. The risk is behind you, so get away from that risk. If you're timid with these roundabouts, you're going to be not having a very good time with them. Well, you're thinking about it, weren't you?
Was.
I could have and should have there. Possibly it could have that, wasn't it? Well, you don't know, it's BMW.
BMW.
Put the foot down.
Yeah, exactly.
You just don't notice electric cars these days. They're so fast accelerating when they need to.
Yeah.
That's it, keeping left side down there. See those cars come through so quickly. If you dawdle around there, you will be hit.
Because people don't want to stop as well, so they're going to keep it moving.
Yeah, keep the flow of traffic going.
Suddenly slow down. Because they've based their engines on your speed at that time, so you slow down.
Yeah. Okay, so we're running the second alternative for junction 7, and this is third exit right, A43. Now, from that instruction, you would intuitively think the right-hand side. However, this is not correct. We're taking the third exit from the left-hand side, or the middle lane, the second. Because this will turn into 2 lanes. 2 lanes will splinter off into the third lane, which you've already done. So this will go into 2 lanes, and the 2 lanes are both the third exit right, like a dual carriageway around the roundabout controlled by traffic lights. So we're going to take the near side. We don't need a signal into this because we haven't crossed the line, we've gone into it. And we've got 2 alternatives. It's either this first lane or the second lane, each for going third exit right. Which I think is a really daft instruction because all the arrows say straight on. To me it's third exit, follow the road.
Even that, towards Kettering, has a straight arrow on it.
Yeah. So, I don't think it's well marked, personally. And one of the reasons, so what we do, we're in this lane. Do you signal here at all?
No.
You don't keep a signal.
I don't think it's got any benefit to anyone.
Do you not think anyone's coming across your pathway from those coming a bit fast?
No, I think people think I need to move across. They never signal on this.
I wouldn't be marked down either way, is the answer. So we're coming around here, here's your third exit, and we just carry on our way. Now if you've gone into the second lane, we're already in the overtaking lane, so if you're quite you can take that second lane as long as you get a move on. So it's a perfectly legitimate line to take, the second lane in all the way around. And in some ways, if you're going that roundabout, you're not quite sure where you're going, be on the right, you can hitch your bets and come across at the last minute. In a lot of ways, I prefer to be on the second lane all the way around, because at this roundabout down here, you will either be taking the second exit or the third exit. You're not going to Corby. We haven't done in 8 years.
But if you was in the middle lane going round, and someone was in the left lane signalling right, would you not question it?
I would have assumed they're going round to the right. I don't know. It's a difficult one. What benefits more there? Again, if you're on the right, if you're going round, they would assume you're going to go. If someone's daft enough to cut across to someone, that signal would help that person. I have seen people cut across there.
Yeah.
Now then, this roundabout here is we're going to take the third exit right. You could be asked to take the second exit, follow the road, but it's the same way in. Now, it's a bit like the slip road on the last roundabout, junction 7. This lane turns into those 2 lanes and going around to Corby. We're coming in here, which feeds the second exit or the third exit. We're taking the third exit right, controlled by traffic lights. So really, when you get to that bridge, you want to think about coming across on this side round here. No need rushing here, because the light's phasing doesn't work with us at all well.
No, it's always red when you get to this
always red when you come around here, so don't rush round. Now, we're going to peel round to the right. You've got a choice of 2 lanes, and again, we're going to prefer to take the near side. Now, if you're taking the second exit, you just go across where those cars are going, look at your lane discipline and come across. We're going around behind the white car, because we're taking the third exit. We just peel in here, and you can either go into that lane and then merge in across. Now, it's harder to merge in because they have to give way to us. This is less risk. So we follow it through, and the thing is not to cut the roundabout there. You got to go down and round because you have to keep that right lane open on the right hand side. Now be mindful, of course, because the cars could come in on that side. So we're coming up here, junction 7, and we're going to take the 3rd exit left. Now you may be asked to take the 2nd exit left as well. And you can see a bit of a queue up here. Now, what students think is because they heard where the 3rd exit, they assume it must be the right hand side.
Quite often it was the same with the roundabout straight from the test centre.
Yeah.
Follow the road, head 3rd exit.
Yeah.
Oh, right lane.
So you've got to listen to the instruction. If it says follow the road ahead, it's not the right. Without road markings telling you it's the left hand side, you either go left or follow the road. So we're taking the 3rd exit left.
Okay, well they changed quickly this time.
And it looks like a big roundabout. If it's empty traffic, you've got to be really quite slow. It's really, look at the sharpness of it. Why has all the traffic stopped?
And people always miss this 1st exit for some reason. They don't count it.
Yeah.
They miss
Have we got an issue going that way? So, exit 1, exit 2, and we follow it down to exit 3. Now, the right-hand side can be used, but again, you've got to merge in. So when you're coming down here, you've got to keep yourself really tucked into the left. I've had people come swinging out a bit and obstruct traffic and fail their driving test for that. So this is the second, this is this other wave coming down this road. We've done that one earlier. You see how that car swung in at the last minute there. So you've tied in here. What do we notice again? Well, it's not a slip road, it's just a follow road. Now, the examiner will say one or two things. We're not going far, or I'll tell you now, we're going to go for quite a while. So that instruction tells us what? We're going at least 2 junctions. Now we've got this car on the left here.
On the right.
Yeah, we've got this car on the right here. That's we've come across. And that was good then, just to show you intention for a second. Now this person here is hogging this lane. They should be over in that side.
Yeah.
Basically, they've turned 3 lanes into 2 lanes. Or the alternative is Undertaking, which we know rule 268. He's not overtaking the thing. Why be in an overtaking lane? Get yourself over.
It's so frustrating though.
It is frustrating. You've got a 3-lane road built. Someone sticks themselves there. You either go against rule 268 and underpassing, passing on the left, or you've narrowed it down, shortened the road. Basically, they're a risk. They're a hazard. They're a rolling roadblock. So here you see a classic example. The lorry will be coming across to the right because he's seen the signs. He's obviously going past Kettering and going down to
See,
wherever.
for me now, common sense prevails.
Yes.
It's safe for me to progress on the left. They have moved out the way.
Absolutely. But on your driving test, you will not pass.
Yeah. So now I'm stuck here.
Yeah, and it's too long to go around and come back in.
Yeah. All these lorries have moved out the way because they do not want junction 9.
Yeah, but if you pass on this side, you will not pass your test. Now, once you're a full licence holder, that is your discretion.
Yeah.
What is your interpretation of Rule 268? What's congested mean? But for your driving test, that will be a fail. Not now, it's not, because it's a separate road, little lines, green cat signs, you're fine to pass down the side. Now, whether you choose to pass on the left or not once you pass drive, there's no specific law about passing on the left or undertaking. It is governed by a Rule 268 that it could be done for careless driving, all those catch-all road traffic acts. But that's your discretion, that's your call as a full licence holder.
Assess the risk.
Assess the risk. But for your driving test, that will not make you pass, it will fail for that. So second exit
Left.
Second exit left.
Yeah.
Or follow the signs of Huntingdon, A14. That's nice and clear. So, nice easy one, this one. Following it around, just be careful of cars on the right that come around very quickly. We're not going to go very far.
Okay.
So we're going to go 1 junction, that's all it said. So, shortish slip road here, a bit restricted because of the trees. Looking for our opportunity, pretty standard slip road. And we feed our way in. Now we're not going far because junction 10 only up here. Now, Rebecca, I want you to follow the signs to Bedford.
Yep.
Now there's a multitude, there's multiple ways of doing this one, isn't there? And I've chopped and changed my thought process about this over the years.
Yeah. So are you gonna tell me where I'm going at the next roundabout?
Oh, so I told you, you're going to Bedford.
Okay, the whole way, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're coming off here, you're told to follow the signs to Bedford, or it would be third exit right to Bedford, depending on which you're doing independent or not. Now, on this roundabout, going to Kettering is really simple. First exit splinters off there, splits off. These 2 lanes, look, it's either lane for either Burton, Latimer or Bedford at this moment, and you will be asked to go to Bedford or Burton, Latimer. Now, as a preference, I prefer the left-hand side.
I always choose left.
Now, lots of times people put a right signal on here as well, so you've got that right signal debate going on again. So Bedford is definitely on the left, that's fair enough. But on the other side, it says all routes on that planning board. Quite late though.
Yeah, very late.
Now then, you've got to be really careful here. See how the car's cut across? Look where that car's gone. No, latest, it's down, it's down. Now you've done it as well. You've literally cut across that lane.
But I didn't stop anyone on that.
But it's still lane discipline. It says down there, that's the thing.
There's no markings for it though.
There is.
I can't see them.
The centre line markings there.
But if I can't see them, then
Okay.
no excuse.
But why would you not want to be further to the left anyway to keep yourself out of harm's way? What's less risk?
Because it seems unnecessary to go.
Yeah, but if you do that course of action, and you're taking the proper action in the right lane, you'll be cutting across someone's front.
I don't think I would have.
Second exit, follow the road. Well, have a look at the aerial shot.
Yeah.
Where the paint goes. You might change your mind on that. So, 2 instructors, 2 completely different opinions, and this is the point. And guess what? Examiners are going to have different opinions as well. So, you know, it's where you can get a little bit of subjectivity coming into things. So now we're going
How many accidents need to happen? Sorry.
So now we're going to run it back to the test centre. It's like the last 5-6 minutes of a test route here. We're going to follow the road ahead first exit, and then I'm going to ask you to follow the signs of the A14 West. So it's a nice big sweepy roundabout there. We can even do that in 4th gear, couldn't we? What gear do you need? Whatever gear is appropriate. So, third exit right would be the instruction, but keep on the left-hand side because we're following signs to A14 West. As you'll notice here, this is basically 2 lanes that go round together, so we're going to stay in this lane, a bit similar to Junction 7. So we're looking across nice and early before the bushes hide things up. I don't know, but there's bushes there, it's so annoying. So making sure you're checking your right-hand side. 1, 2, and we're coming across on the left-hand side there. Because what that roundabout is deciding which lane to be in for this roundabout, because we're going A14 West, we're already on the left-hand side. So it's almost like splits the traffic up, so it stops cars sweeping way over here. So we're taking first exit left, and we're going to run it back to Junction 9. So Junction 9 is a bit of a notorious roundabout from this direction, and for good reason, which I will explain later, of course.
So you notice how on that roundabout I did put a right signal on because it benefits.
Well, you got to, because it's people, you're crossing people's path.
Exactly, because it's not traffic light controlled.
Yeah.
Whereas the other one's traffic light controlled.
Yeah, that's another one there, isn't it?
So it has no benefit to traffic coming around because they're at a red light anyway. Whereas that one, they need to know I'm coming round.
We're not going far, will be the instruction here. So we're looking for a place to come on. Yeah, we just bring ourselves in there, of course. Now, that time, we're looking for effective observations, and that situation there, because the angle looking over your shoulder was appropriate to check the blind spot. Yeah. So again, it's one of these things where people always say, oh, you didn't check your blind spot. Well, was it needed? Was it appropriate? Did effective observations take place? And it can take place without the need of looking over your shoulder. So again, following hard and fast rules is not necessarily a good thing to do. Follow the principles. Did I do effective observations to do that junction safely? Yes, you did. Right, we're coming off here, junction 9. So not far between those two junctions. You don't really want to be coming across to come back in. There's not really much benefit there at all. So the instruction will be, take the 4th exit right to Kettering. If you know that instruction, you can be on the right lane. Now the quirky thing about this roundabout is you can be in either lane, left or right, with a right signal on both lanes. It comes down to 40 here. The thing is, you can get undercut here quite easily, so the downside is you might want to come across. So we can take both sides. I don't like this left lane.
No, it's dangerous.
No, I'm a scarred person because of that. I'll show you why shortly. So we're coming down here. I'm very simply on the right. It's like a normal roundabout. 4th exit. Count those exits. 1. It's easy to miscount and go down the wrong one. 2, 3. If it's safe to come across, we come across here, back into that near side. Now, people miss that and sometimes go over there. Not a problem if you do it safely. And we're simply coming down here. Now, that roundabout, of course, you can take it from the left-hand side. But there's a reason why I don't like that. And the reason why is if you're in dawdling and meet someone who's going too fast, you get yourself a potential meet situation.
Yeah, not good.
And I know from experience why, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, run VT. And there's nothing I could have done about that. Now then, what we're going to do is we're not going to follow, I'm going to give you a different direction, junction 10, from the same way, 2nd exit left, follow the signs to Huntington, and then I'm going to be asking you to follow the signs to Latimer.
Also, junction 10 coming from Barton Seagrave, I find, can mess people up.
Yeah, it does. We'll do that after we run it down.
Yeah.
That's it. And, in fact, I don't think we need to run junction 11.
It's not priority.
No. So, bit of Groundhog Day, here we come again. We're not going far, Rebecca. Now, if the examiner says we're going quite a while, we're going to junction 11, which you'd be looking to make progress and move on down there. Now, we'll talk about junction 11. It's not difficult, it's just a simple left and right, but it's just quite restricted at the top. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, very.
It's not even a multi-lane roundabout, is it? So
No. Really small roundabout, but yeah, very limited view. It's the only difficult thing.
So we're coming off here, and I'm going to ask you to follow the signs to Burton Latimer. We're going to run it from the right hand side, just show the difference between the two. So we'll keep up the flow of traffic. So come off this junction, and now I want you to follow the signs to Burton Latimer. Now, I don't like this lane. And I'll tell you why. Again, so you notice this is a right lane with a right arrow on, so I think right lane signal will be appropriate there. Now see how the cars are cutting across. Look where your paint line is. Look where those cars have gone. That's the path you took. Look where your path is. Down there, look. And around, look, that's gone over the lines there. It sweeps it round. So you've gone over the line, you could get lane disciplines here. Now we're in Burton Latimer, which is the right hand side, but this one we can hedge our bets and come across, which is fine. Now it would be harsh if an examiner marked you down for that, but if you're over the line, why risk it?
On
The lane's down there.
the lane down there, yeah.
Well, why make it? Why find out if the examiner likes it or not? Okay, right, all the way around.
Okay.
We've done that one, haven't we?
Oh.
Now this is another little quirky one here, which catches a few people out. We're coming this way. You're going to take the 2nd exit left to the A14 West. Now, what you got to remember, we just did this roundabout. Both lanes can be coming round. This is why you need the right signal on from the vehicles. Other vehicles here. So we're coming round here, and both lanes can be coming round. And some people come round without a signal. It'll catch you by surprise. Now, I'd like you to follow the signs. Actually, I've changed my mind. I want you to follow the signs of Kettering, please. expecting this to be a route at some point.
Yeah.
Now the road markings on the other side are really complicated now because of this new estate. You come around here, you're told here to go to Kettering here, and then all of a sudden you can come across 1, 2 or 3, it's telling you to go into 1, 2 or 3 lanes. Well, on that lane it told you it was Kettering was that way only. Now the paint sweeps it into that lane.
Yeah.
So that's mismarked. The board specifically said this side for Kettering, when in actual fact you can legitimately be in there.
Yeah.
So if you want to go to that new estate, that right estate into Hanwood Park, look where you got to come across now.
Yeah.
Really badly thought out. This is a whole new complex. I don't like that. I think that's badly managed road.
There's no need for the middle lane to Kettering.
No, not anymore.
No.
It should be that side for Kettering. Sweep it in to split it into 2, say Kettering or Henwood. They should be completely managed that. Now then, we're coming down here to Junction 10 to take the 3rd exit right to go back to Junction 9 to go back to the test centre. The instruction would be, I'd like you to follow the road ahead 2nd exit, but I advise you to take it from the right hand side because we will be going 3rd exit right at the following roundabout. So quite rightly coming in here. I don't think it's the right signal because it is following the road. To me, yeah, you might want to signal if that would benefit those people. We're taking the 3rd exit right. Now, follow the paint carefully. No traffic lights here, so we just fit in with the traffic, which is fair enough. Let's watch where this car in front goes. So many people get this wrong.
Yeah,
the paint is up and around, but it is there though, Rebecca.
Faint.
It is there. It is visible. How can I can see it?
No.
Now look, the way they're going, up and round, yes, they got it right, up and round and into this lane here. Now the reason I don't like taking this lane to go to there, because if you come around here, we've suddenly got a car in front of you.
Yeah.
And all those cars cut in front of you. So 2 reasons I don't want to be on the right, like the lane you took, perfectly legitimate, is, look, backing up, cause a problem, cars cut in front of you. I prefer to be on the left and bring it across. Now, if you take the intuitive way around the roundabout, you're in the wrong lane.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think a left signal is completely necessary at all. Because again, you're not signalling to anyone.
No.
And the arrow says straight on. There we are. And we go back. Right then, that's the end. So, I hope that was really helpful. Remember to like and subscribe. Press notification. We've got videos out all the time. Subscribe to Hard Drive School. So, for Rebecca and me, have a good